Hi YouTube, Game Master Crafter here. Got a little thing I wanted to show you, just a little quick tip on how to make rocks, mountains, hills, even bridges. What I like to do is I like to go to the hardware store and get that foam spray. It expands the exploding. The foaming expand the expanding expanding foam. That's it, right? Comes in a can, and you can take it. And I like to do is put down some wax paper on the floor, right, or some parchment paper, and I spray little heaps of it, right, and it kind of turn into this. Then I go and I cut the bottoms off, make them flat, right, and then I've got kind of the base shape for a mountain. Then I go in and I take my, you can use a really sharp kitchen knife, or you can use a utility knife, whatever works best for you. I'm a chef, my knives are super sharp, so I use the Shun chef's knife. I take that and you kind of cut off, make it angular, right? And then when it looks kind of like a rock, paint it, right? You can do a bunch of neat things. One thing I also like to do is to put down a cup under a section of the paper, and then spray over it and make a bridge. Then you go and you can cut out little stairs along it, right? And make a bridge out of it. This time I still need to work on the stone on the sides to make it kind of look like stone. But I've made a couple different bridges, and I'll show you here. The first bridge I made was kind of like two rocks with a bridge over it, and it didn't have any steps or anything, so things tend to like slide down it a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. It still works out really well. Another bridge I've done was completely different. I went and I took a piece of plastic that was arched, and just kind of put popsicle sticks along it, right? And then put little bricks up the sides, little bricks made out of insulation foam, and made it a little bridge that way too. And I'll show you guys here. But you can use this expanding foam idea for so much. Just make sure that some levels are flat. Usually you end up making little mounds and then cutting them off so that there's like little plateaus or rocks for the miniatures to stand on. It makes a really cheap, really great terrain piece. I'll show you a bunch of that I got here that I've done. They're just really cool. When you're done with it, you want to take it and you want to coat it in Black Magic Mod Podge. Now I call it that because Black Magic Craft, Scott's the guy who does that. He has a video on it. Check it out. But he mixes Mod Podge with black acrylic paint, and then you take that and you cover your surface with it, kind of make a kind of a coat, safe coat primer that you can then paint upon. But it takes and makes it so the foam's a lot tougher and denser coating, and won't break apart as easy. And you can paint upon it with even spray paint at that point if it's nice and thick. So then you go through, and after you've done that, then if it's brick, you just paint it with progressions of gray to white. Do kind of dry brush each color from gray to white, and usually 2 or 3 different colors, 4 if you really like. Another thing you can do is you can, after you're done doing that, you can take it and you can wash it with a black wash. I like to put a little bit of brown in my black wash when I'm doing rocks. It makes it look really nice. So that's what I do. And then of course, you can, if it's coated enough, if you make sure to go good Mod Podge layer, then after that you can spray paint to coat it to finish. Now they do have spray paint that is safe to use with foam. I would suggest looking into that if that's what you're going to do. But yeah, I mean, you can make all sorts of rocks and things like that, little mountain ranges type things. And then like even the pieces that you cut off the bottom to make it flat, you can even utilize those. So here I've got this little rock, right? Make a nice little rock, give it a little UFO, right? Here's Game Master Crafter. Ah, the pain. Oh no, it's a burning because of flames. Oh, well, alright, so that's another video, but that's okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's making terrain and bridges and rocks on the super cheap. I'll show some pictures up here of other ones I've done, as well as I've made some slime monsters and things like that with it. Works out pretty cool. So anyway, guys, thank you for your time. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the button. It really helps me if you guys are able to hit the notification bell. Just helps get this stuff out there. If you're not part of my community, then I invite you to consider subscribing now. I do a lot of fun things. Put in comments what you'd like to see me to do. If there's anything that you've seen or heard that you'd like to know how to accomplish, I'd be happy to. Anyway, yeah, this is Game Master Crafter, guys. Crafting the craft you love to craft. Thanks, y'all.